Hello world. First of all, I have to say that today it's the day after the sad death of Her Majesty the Queen, and therefore condolences go to the family, the royal family, and to everybody who's a little bit sad today. Alright, I thought I would take this opportunity to do a quick tutorial, and I hope it is quick, about how to play God Save the King or God Save the Queen. But now, you know, it's just really weird to say God Save the King, but yes, it's God Save the King. It was written as God Save the King. Alright, now unfortunately I have not got a good way of getting an angle on my piano and what my fingers are doing, but really you're training your brain to play this, okay? So really don't worry that you can't see my fingers. I'll put some annotations of the notes I'm playing on the screen when I edit it, okay? So first of all, what you need to do is know that it's in G major and know that it's a sequence of patterns or a pattern of sequences. Don't know quite which way around that's supposed to be. But first of all then, take your left hand, because we're going to learn the left hand first. Then I'm just going to give you some tips about how to put the melody on, because back in the day, in the 18th century or 17th century, can't remember which, when this was actually written, it was only the bass line that was written. There would be little numbers underneath the bass line, what's called a figured bass pattern, and those would give the player clues as to what the treble notes should be. But they also left, doing it that way also left a lot of scope for improvisation. A bit like nowadays where you might see a set of lyrics and you'd see a set of guitar chords there, and then it's really up to you to provide the accompaniment however you see fit. Alright, so yeah, it is the bass line that is the most distinctive here. Take your left hand then, alright? Okay, now you want to, let's see if I can move a bit closer. Okay, 1, 3 and 5, okay, these three fingers, you're going to rest them gently over a chord of C major, i.e. thumb on G, below middle C, middle finger on E and little finger on C. Alright, because those are your first three notes that you're going to play. Alright, we're in 3/4 as well, so we're counting a beat of 3 every time. I'm not going to put my metronome on to start with. Okay, so we're going to go G, E, C, then use your fourth finger to play D, and then we're just going to skip over E, then F sharp. Okay, I say skip over E because E is not going to be harmonised as such. It's what we call a passing note. Okay, so I'll do that again. It's G, E, C, D, E, F sharp. Okay, that's the first line, God Save Our Gracious King. Right, and then repeat it again, but there's a little twist at the end. Alright, and again, this little twist is not going to be harmonised as such. Alright, it's still going to be a chord of D, but there's just a little twizzle going on in the bass. G, E, C, D, E flat, E. Okay, do that again. G, E, C, D, E flat, E. Alright, so I'll play those first two lines. G, E, C, D, E, F sharp, G, E, C, D, E flat, E. Fourth finger on C, thumb on the D next door, skip a few fingers because you want to be able to drop down now to the D an octave below with your little finger, and then use your third finger to play G. Alright, so I'll do that again. Fourth finger on C, thumb on D next door, drop down to D, and then use your third finger to play the G. Alright, so that whole section goes like this. Okay, so G, E, C, D, E, F sharp, G, E, C, D, E flat, E, C, D, bottom D, G. Now change to little finger on that G. You can just about sort of, without taking your finger off it, you can sort of slide your little finger onto it, okay, because now we're going to go up the scale. G, A, B, C. Right, that's just that little twiddle that comes in the thing, which would be sort of. Okay, we're going to play an arpeggio of G. So it's just the broken chord of G major, right, which would be G, B, D, and then top G. Okay, so. Now take your third finger, go over your thumb, A, B. Okay, now you're going to drop back down to bottom D, D, F sharp, A, D, E, F sharp. Again, you're going to. So these two arpeggios, the arpeggio of G, okay, you're going G with your little finger, okay, B with your third finger, D with your second finger, and G, the top G, with your thumb, alright? So, G, B, D, G, A, B, D, F sharp, A, D, E, F sharp. Okay, now this bit is a little bit tricky. Here's my thumb. See if I can show you. Right. There's my thumb. My second finger is going to go over the top of it and come back down and play my thumb again. So G, A, G. Alright, now that looks really weird. Yeah, so take your thumb on the G below middle C, take your second finger and go over your thumb, and then A, G with your thumb again, F sharp with second finger, E with third finger, tuck your thumb under, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, I'll do that again. G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, C, D, drop down to D, G. So the whole song is essentially G, E, C, D, E, F sharp, G, E, C, D, E flat, E, C, D, bottom D, G. Change the little finger to go up that little, and then go to G, B, D, G, A, B, and then D, F sharp, A, D, E, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G, C, D, bottom D, G. Alright, so that's the bass. For the next part, I'm just going to put some chords up, alright, because you should be able to work the melody out nice and easily. Alright, so this first line here, the bit that gets harmonised with G, E, C, D, E, F sharp, okay, in your right hand play a G major chord, and the first melody, the first note of the melody is G, alright? Alright, but take that whole chord, so I've got G, B, D, G, okay? G, now my middle note in the right hand is going to change to an E, and as I go down to the bass E, so that's E minor, A minor with C in the bass, and then D, F, and F sharp, so that's a chord of D, Okay, we're just going to slide up to a chord of D with F sharp in the bass. Then we're going to take that same pattern, alright, but instead of starting on G, we're going to start on a B in the right hand. Okay, so that's still a chord of G, but B is the melody note. So I've got D, G, B here, okay? Okay, G, E minor, A minor with C in the bass, and then D, and then that funny E flat in the bass. That's the chord of A minor, chord of G, D, and then G. Right, I'll do that again. So G, E minor, A minor, D, and then shuffle up. Okay, now we're going up to B, but with the chord of G. G, E minor, A minor, G, and then do that little E flat jobby in the bass. Okay, and then go to C in the bass, but A minor, G with D in the bass, D, G. Okay, now do the little twiddle. Okay, now we're going to a chord of a top G. So now send him victorious. Okay, we've got this arpeggio of G in the bass, and we want a chord of G, but with D as the top note. So it's G, B, D. 3 times, yeah? Right? Okay, now tuck your third finger over the top in the left hand to do A and B. Now we want a chord of D7 in the right hand. So that's D, F sharp, A, C. Come down. Now this bit is quite tricky. Take that thumb, okay, on the G in the bass, and so we've got a chord of G, okay, that's going to be held throughout the whole bar. The top note is B. Now go to B in the right hand. Okay, and now G, D, G. Okay, so I'll play the whole thing to you. What I might try and do now is do a recording in Logic. It's where these USB sticks come in very handy.